Hello and welcome to this video. If you deal with CIS at all within your business, this video is for you. Big changes are coming from the 1st of March, so we want to make sure that you're prepared for it, and you know exactly what to expect and how to deal with it in your accounting system. Now, if you're using QuickBooks by any chance, once you've watched this video, head over to our sister channel, Aaron Patrick the QuickBooks Chap, and we'll go through step by step on some real useful features of how to make sure you're accounting for CIS correctly. For now, stay tuned to this one and we're going to make sure you understand everything there is to know about the new CIS changes. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Aaron Patrick. I'm a Chartered Accountant, Certified UK Trainer from Intuit and also that QuickBooks Chap on the internet. Now, Head of Accounts here, we've been preparing for the new changes to CIS and how that can affect your business. So let's dive straight into it and understand exactly what's going on. Let's have a look. Well, basically, we've not got long. From the 1st of March 2021, the domestic VAT charge must be used for most supplies of construction industry service. The charge applies to standard and reduced rate services. For individuals who are businesses who have registered for VAT and reported within the construction industry scheme. How to prepare? Well, in a nutshell, we don't have long at all. From the 1st of March 2021, the domestic VAT reverse charge must be used for most suppliers of building and construction services. The charge applies to standard and reduced rate VAT services. For individuals who businesses who are registered for the VAT in the UK and reported within the construction industry scheme. How do you prepare? You'll need to first of all, make sure your accounting system and software can deal with the reverse charge. Consider whether the charge will impact your cash flow and make sure all staff who are responsible for that accounting are familiar with the reverse charge and how it works. So that's a lot to take in. But effectively, what we've got to understand is that HMRC are changing the way we account for CIS and VAT on top of it. So at the moment, if you're a VAT registered company and you're also in the CIS, then you would have to add on the VAT and then you'd also have to account for CIS separately. Currently, if you're CIS and have VAT, then when you create an invoice, you have to put the VAT on top, just like every other business out there. But now we're going to have to account for it differently. Now, with reverse charge, that means instead of actually putting VAT on top of our services, we're going to use the reverse charge mechanism so that we don't have to add VAT on. As I've just said, what that will mean is that we're going to have an issue with cash flow. Because if you think about it, if you're not charging that extra 20% on top, that's 20% less you're going to have coming into your bank each and every month. So you just need to be prepared for it and be ready for it. And what you need to make sure as well is that your staff, as well as your accounting software, are ready for these changes. So you need to make sure that you understand what the changes are, how they account for them. Now, as I said before, if you're looking to do this on QuickBooks Online, head over to our other channel or use the link here, and we'll make sure that you understand exactly how to account for it in the new update. Okay, so that's if you're a customer. What about if you get some reverse charge though? What about if you receive an invoice and you need to account for it? Well, there's changes there as well. Let's have a look. So what if you're a customer? You must use the reverse charge from the 1st of March 2021 if you're VAT registered in the UK, supply building and construction industry services, and your company is registered for VAT in the UK payment for supply is reported within the CIS scheme. Well, in a nutshell, you are going to be given an invoice that you need to account for. Now, before you account for it, you need to make sure that they should have applied CIS reverse charge first. So to do that, here's how you do it. If they're a sole trader, you need the name, the UTR, unique tax reference, national insurance number. If they're a partnership, you're also going to need to know the partner's number, UTR number. If they're a company, you need the name of the company, company unique taxpayer reference, company registration number, and then you'll have everything you need. So once you've got that information, you can actually put the checks in place to make sure that they are on the CIS scheme and they were able to apply that reverse charge. On the invoice itself as well, we should have confirmation on there that the reverse charge has been used. And the key thing to notice is there won't be any VAT on that invoice. So how do you account for it? Once you've confirmed your accounting system and software can record the reverse charge, at that point, you'll be good to go. Now, there are some confusion that comes around with this, and one of them is the following. Is there a minimum threshold from which the VAT reverse charge for construction should apply? Well, no, there is no maximum threshold at all. There's a thing called the 5% disregard. The VAT reverse charge says that certain work undertaken by a subcontractor must have the reverse charge applied if the work falls under the CIS. A general list of the work that does fall under the CIS and the work that doesn't can be found on the government website. This is true if a subcontractor invoices for a mixture of work, so-called mixed invoices. In this case, the VAT reverse charge should be used. But there's an important exception. If the component of the work of the invoice for the work that falls under the CIS for VAT reverse charge rules is just 5% or less of the total amount of the rules and the CIS reverse charge isn't used. For example, installing a security system does not fall under the CIS reverse charge rules. Installing lighting does. So if an electrician were to visit a site to wire a security system and also took care of some lighting while there, and the latter work represented 5% or less the invoice amount, then the CIS reverse charge should not be applied to the entire invoice. But if the lighting wiring work was 10%, for example, then the VAT reverse charge should be applied to the entire invoice. Conclusion. On the VAT reverse charge, if you have projects that end after the 1st of March 2021 and include construction services, it's likely that the charges to VAT reverse charge invoicing will apply. In any event, you should attempt to become familiar now with what it is and isn't included under reverse charge, and communicate with any contractors who regularly use you to ensure that you understand the requirement. As a contractor, you might want to contract your regular subcontractors and discuss the matter with them. Of course, the reverse charge might have to be stated in the contracts that's drawn up, and you will also need to ensure your IT systems are prepared fully, such as ensuring your accounting system is able to process reverse charge of invoices. For further advice on how to proceed with the VAT reverse charge, consult with a VAT specialist or speak directly with HMRC. So, in a nutshell, you won't be charging VAT for any VAT services you do under the CIS scheme going forward. But that doesn't mean you don't have to account for it at all. You need to apply what's called the reverse charge. Also, if you're accounting for these invoices that come in with the reverse charge on them, then what you need to be able to make sure is that you account for them correctly. You need to make sure your software's updated accordingly and you use the reverse charge mechanism, because the VAT must still be accounted for. Just because you've not been charged VAT doesn't mean that you don't have to include it. It's actually more important for you to recognise that it's a reverse charge and make sure it's included on your VAT return correctly. The way we do this is we make sure that they're in both of the boxes for input and output. Therefore, you have to pay over zero, but you're still accounting for it correctly. And it's crucial that we get this bit right. So, going forward, make sure that the CIS is being accounted for. So going forward, if you do have any involvement with CIS and VAT, make sure you're aware of these changes from the 1st of March 2021, and then make sure that your software can deal with them to make sure you're being compliant. Hopefully that's helped you. Hopefully you can understand exactly where we're coming from here. Again, make sure you jump over to our sister channel, Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks Chap, so you can make sure that you're accounting for it correctly in QuickBooks Online. My name has been Aaron Patrick. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you. Don't forget, if this has been any use to you whatsoever, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Put some comments in below if you're looking to move over to the reverse charge and if you've got any issues with it so far. And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.